Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Today, I'm here with a dream. Um, and thank you to everybody that donated. If you have not had an opportunity to donate yet and you still want to, you can do so by using my website or by using my Cash App, starscartel.com or Starscartel, okay? With that being said, let's get into the message, okay? Well, the dream, okay? In this dream, I arrived at, it's like a mall. It looked like a mall on the outside, like it was really huge. But when I got in, I was going to a grocery store. So I'm there with a friend and I'm going grocery shopping. Now, as we're entering this mall slash grocery store, so I would assume it may be like a shopping center, which we have a ton of shopping centers in Texas. But anywho, if we end up going in to the grocery store and our friends decide to join us, we begin to shop around. And while I'm shopping around, I noticed there is so many things on sale, y'all. Like they got food at crazy cheap prices. Like, baby, I was like, yes. Ribs for $3. Yes, I'll take two. Okay. But anywho, I start to pile up my basket. Like my basket start getting real piled up, y'all. Anyways, as I'm moving around the store, I have to go to the restroom. So on my way to the restroom, I see that they have pregnancy tests. And I end up getting one, taking it, and after I take it, it's negative. Okay. And the guy behind the counter gives me a discount, and I'm like, okay. And I go back and shop. Okay. So my friend that originally came with me asked me what the test said, and I told her it was negative. And she's like, So we shopping around. And she says that she thinks I should go back and take another test. But I end up having to use the restroom anyway. So I'm like, okay, fine. I guess since I'm here. Okay. It was cheap anyways. They gave me a discount. Okay. So I end up going back and getting another test. I take the test. And this time when I take the test, instead of reading it myself, I give it to the clerk, which the clerk has changed to now the manager is there. And they look at the test and they say, it's positive. And I was like, what is positive? The last one was negative. And he has the other one. And he's like, no, that one was clearly positive too. He said, I bet you received a discount on the other one because they thought it was a negative. And I was like, okay, all right. And yeah, that's the dream, y'all. That's the dream, y'all. The scripture comes from Job 24. Why does the Almighty not set times for judgment? Why must those who know him look in vain for such days? Though there are those who move boundary stones. They pasture flocks they have stolen. They drive away the orphan's donkey and take the widow's ox in pledge. They thrust the needy from the path and force all the poor into of the land into hiding. Like wild donkeys in the desert, the poor go about their labor of foraging food. The wasteland provides food for their children. They gather fodder in the fields and glean in the vineyards of the wicked. Lacking clothes, they spend the night naked. They have nothing to cover themselves in the cold. So here's the message for somebody, okay? There is a blessing that God promised you. There is a blessing that God promised you. God told you that you were pregnant with this thing and that you will be giving birth soon. God told you it was for you, okay? And somehow, some way, you didn't receive it. And when you didn't receive it, it kind of took you aback. You were like, wait, what? What happened? What happened? And you don't understand why you weren't able to receive it. God is saying, for some of you, you did not receive this because you believed a lie. Okay. Just like in this dream, the first time I took the test, um, it said negative. And because it said negative, I was like, okay, so that must be the answer. You know what I'm saying? And I took it that was the answer, and I carried on. And sometimes when God has something for us, and nobody can take it from us, but if we believe that we're not going to get it, we can put our own foot in the way. So, like, for someone, if God promised you a car and you were like, okay, I'm going to get a car. So you had the money, you got a license, you know what I'm saying? You ready for this blessing that God promised you. And then somebody comes and tells you, oh, they sold out. All the cars are sold out. And it's not possible that you're going to receive a car. It's not possible that you're going to receive this blessing. It's not going to happen. And then you're like, so you decide to go and spend the money on something else. And then, like, it's kind of like you ended up missing out on that blessing. And it's not that it's not something that you did on purpose. It's not something that you intended to miss out on that blessing. But you listened to information that you should have thrown out the window. You shouldn't have listened to that. You allowed someone to make you believe that it wasn't going to happen. Or maybe you told yourself that it wasn't going to happen. Maybe you went shopping and you couldn't find the card that you wanted. And because you couldn't find the card that you wanted, you said, forget it. Here's what God says. God says his blessing is still there. Okay? It's still there. You can't get rid of it. It's still there. It's still there. It's still there. I'm being reminded of when I was pregnant with my son, y'all, I must have took 1,000 pregnancy tests. And I had all the symptoms that you could imagine. But them little cheap pregnancy tests, all said negative. And I was like, so I'm not pregnant then. Baby, when it got one of them good ones, positive. I was like, let me take a positive. Let me take positive. Baby, went to the doctor because I was like, I just got to know for sure. They did an ultrasound and bam, there's the little baby right there on the screen. I wish I still had that. The first ultrasound I had of my baby, you could literally see the little head, the little arms, and the little legs. Baby, I was like, God said that baby is there. Okay. There. There's somebody, you thought the enemy took your baby away from you. You thought the enemy was able to take this pregnancy, take this blessing that God has for you. God says, your time for your blessing. I'm thinking about this song, like right before I got ready to start recording the message. Y'all forgive me because I don't know who it's by. I was listening to it when I was in the car with my Bible. And it's like, and for your faithfulness, it's your time. You've been faithful, you've been true. And it's like you've done all you can do. And for your faithfulness, it's your time. It's your time to be blessed. God says your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn. Come on up. It's your turn to receive your blessing. Regardless if this blessing is literally a baby, or if this blessing is a car, or if this blessing is a house. You've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's kind of like you've been sitting in line with your ticket and your number on the ticket, and you see all the numbers getting picked, but your number haven't been called yet. You think that somebody playing tricks on you because you could swear that your number is 891 and now they on number 926, and you like, wait, what's going on? God said, calm down. It's your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn. Come on up to the little station, okay? God said, it's your turn, it's your turn, it's your turn, it's your turn. God said he see what's going on. He see what's going on. And for someone, you have been put in positions to where you have had to endure things that are just, it just felt like it's too much. They drive away the orphan's donkey and take the widow's ox and pledge. They thrust the needy from the path and force all the poor of the land into hiding. So this is somebody you have felt a sense of shame because God promised you this. And God may have promised you this months ago. And you like, where is it? God told you, he promised you. He said that this here will be yours. He said that this here was coming for you and that you will receive it. And you are trying to figure out what happened. What happened? And it could be a situation where you feel like you lost it. You lost it. You lost it. But God says, even if it's a situation where you lost it, maybe you missed out on that particular car, or you missed out on that particular house, or you missed out on that particular baby, but he is going to replace it for you. And I think I received a message like this about a week ago. God said he is replacing it. It's your turn. It's your turn to receive this blessing. You have been asking and asking and asking and asking, and you have been begging and begging God to go ahead and give you this here. God said he's going to release this to you. You deserve it. You have put forth so much. You have been so faithful. Even though, like, going through something like this, going through something like this, when you like even from the standpoint of someone that's trying to get pregnant, and especially if you have been told, you feel like God has told you, God promised you that he's going to give you a baby. And every time you look at the pregnancy test, it say no. And you like, wait. Like you just you don't know what to do anymore. You don't know how to feel anymore. God said that's okay. But this time the test is wrong. I'm just I'm sorry, y'all. Memories. My son father was like, nah, the test ain't right. Okay. Ain't no way. Anyways, I just feel like this is a situation where it's like the test is like, the test is faulty, okay? The car lot you went to pick out your car, they the one that's faulty. It's not you, okay? It's you are about to receive this car. You are about to receive this car. The neighborhood you went to, it just means that neighborhood is not for you. It don't mean that you're not gonna receive your house. It don't mean you're not going to receive your house. God said what he said and he mean what he said. He said he was going to give you a house, or you were going to live in a house. God had a house for you and the neighborhood will be good for you. And I was about to say perfect, but nothing is perfect. But it's in a sense where you will get along with the neighbors. You're not going to have any issues with anybody. Ain't nobody finna be trying to fight you and argue with you about nothing. Ain't nobody finna be trying to, intimidate you. Ain't nobody finna be trying to, start beef with you just because how dare you have the audacity to exist. Ain't nobody finna be trying to steal your stuff. Ain't nobody finna be trying to harass you and make you feel inferior. You're not gonna have to deal with that. God said he got a place for you where you are going to be at peace. You are going to feel peaceful in this place. And it don't mean it's gonna be perfect. It don't mean it's gonna be perfect. It may be a situation you may have to deal with neighbors that they don't they don't mow their lawn every day, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? You may have to deal with people that they have a party every other week, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like you may have to deal with a few things. You may have to deal with that they got dogs. Okay, everybody love dogs. Everybody love cats. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like it can't be. It's never going to be to an extent to where everything is perfect and everything. But God is saying that when he says he has something for you, know that without a doubt, you are going to receive this thing. You're going to receive it. God says no way around it. It's no way around it. You are going to receive what God says that he has for you. And God says that this is somebody you've been waiting and you've been waiting. You have been very faithful to God. You have been very trusting in God. And even though you didn't receive this thing, you made do with whatever else that God gave you, whatever else God blessed you with, you were happy with that. So, you accepted it. You said it is what it is. You okay with this and you okay with that, and you just, you just made best. And I feel God is saying that, even like here in the scripture, where it says they gather fodder in the fields and glean in the vineyards of the wicked. Lacking clothes, they spend the night naked. They have nothing to cover themselves in the cold. These are people that going through it, but they making best with what they have. They not seeing, they in a position to where they are having to go to people that are living their life in a wicked way. They live their life in an evil way. They not doing right in God's eyes. But they have all these things that they would like to have. They have things that they would wish to have. They yearn for it. They need it. And they just gotta make do. They just and I just feel like God is saying, because even though you are dealing with a situation, maybe you got a boss that's wicked. Maybe you got somebody that you work under and they wicked. Maybe you work with people that are pure wicked. And it may seem to you that they got all these nice things. It may seem to you that they have it better than you do. But God is saying, don't worry about that, because your time is coming. And when God blesses you, God blessings hit different. Period. God blessings hit different. And God said he about to bless you. He promised you something, and he is not a man that he shall lie. God is not a man that he shall lie. So you are going to receive your baby, or you are going to receive your car. You are going to receive your house. Whatever it is that God promised you, you are going to receive it. And I just feel like this is for somebody. You have had to settle. You have had to settle, and you have had to settle. And God is saying he don't want you settling no more. He's going to bless you with what he promised you. He's going to bless you with what he promised you. And you may come to find out that by him by taking the time period that it took, you ended up getting discounts on certain things. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe God is waiting for a time where the price will go down. Maybe God is waiting for a time to where you are not going to have to spend as much as somebody else will have to spend on having this thing. But God said your time is coming. You will receive what you are meant to receive. Okay. And that's just like in a dream when the test, even though it said negative and they gave me a discount on it. The second time he didn't even charge me, because he was like, he's sorry about how everything happened, and I got a false result. So I ended up paying half the price, getting 2 tests, and I still got my answer. God said for somebody, you may end up paying cheaper than what you expected. You thought you was going to have to pay more for this. It could be a situation where somebody's trying to get rid of something, and they don't have time to really get what it's worth. Or they don't have time to sit around and argue and go back and forth. They don't have time for that, so they just going to give it to you. God said for your faithfulness, you deserve this. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. God said it's coming back to you. For some of you, there are things that you lost. God said he about to bring that right back to you. It's coming right back to where it belongs, because it's coming back to its owner. And these are good things, going right back to the owner. Going right back where they belong, because you deserve it. You deserve your blessings. You deserve the things that God promised you. God didn't promise you these things while you snickering with his fingers crossed behind his back. No, he meant what he said. He meant what he said when he said he was going to give you a baby. He didn't say that, in spite, because he knows you want a baby so bad, and he know if he go ahead and tell you real quick, it's going to get you all excited, and he just wants to see you excited so you can be disappointed. No. He didn't tell you he was going to give you a car so you can get all excited and buy all the little stuff for you to have a car, just for you to have all the stuff for a car and no car. God said no. He didn't tell you he was going to give you a house for you to get all these decorations and have everything together for you to have you a little house. And then now you got everything you need for a house but no house. God said no, he don't. That's not how he worked. God said you're going to receive those blessings. That blessing is coming right back towards you. And it's coming faster than you think. You know, it could be a situation like somebody, maybe you had a miscarriage. God said you about to get pregnant. Right back door. And you know, they call that rainbow baby, like right back to back, right immediately. This is fast. You know, I was still in the store. I hadn't left the store yet. I hadn't even checked out and bought all my groceries before I went back and found out, no, actually it's positive. So God said, yes, you are going to receive that blessing. And for some, literally a baby, you're going to receive that blessing. Okay. That's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.